So next topic we are going to see is network types. Types of networks. So there are three types of networks. One is local area network, metropolitan area network, and third one is wide area network. Okay, so coming to local area network, so if you want to connect computers within a shorter distances, then you can use your local area network. Suppose if you want to connect within a building or within a campus, you can use this type of local area network in your office. Suppose if you want to connect a large long distance within a metropolitan city, if you want to connect computers within the metropolitan cities, then you can go for longer distance, then you can go for MAN network. And wide area network, if you want to span the computers, if you want to connect it across the world or across a country, then you can go for, it will span a larger geographical region, so you can go for wide area network. So we will see in detail one by one. So first coming to LAN. So this local area network is privately owned and it will connect the host within a single building or within an office or within a department. You can able to use this type of network. For example, in the past you will be having a common cable that is going to run all over the network, and you have a host which is connected to this common cable. So these are all the hosts or computers, and this is the cable, main cable that is running. This is a cable start, and here you have an end. So this, in the past you were using this type of network. So what happens is there will be a main cable which is going to run all over the network, and it is going to connect all the hosts inside that computers. Suppose what is a problem in this case of connection is, suppose if host 1 wants to connect wants to send any message to other host. Suppose if it wants to send a message to host 4, it has to, the host 1 will be sending the message to this common cable. All other host 2 and 3 will receive the message. It will see for the message who is the intended receiver. If this host 2 is not the intended receiver, it will discard the message. So it will, host 3 is not the intended receiver, so this host 3 also discard the message. Now it comes to host 4. Host 4 is the intended receiver, so it will accept the message. This is how the message travel in this type of local area network. So when a message is being sent, all other hosts will try to see the intended receiver or destination. So if this is the destination holder, then it will receive the message. Other host will discard the message. This is a main drawback in this case of local area network, which was available in the past. Now we are going to have a switch. So in the present we are having this type of switch inside your local area network. So what happens is, if any message, if you want to send it to the particular host, you can send it directly to that particular host instead of sending to other hosts. This is the current local area network which is available in the market. Okay. So that's all about your local area network. Now we move on to metropolitan area networks. So metropolitan area networks, it will span somewhat longer distances than your local networks. It covers a city. Okay, the best example for this is like a cable television. can take a cable television network which is available in many cities. That is one of the best example for this. So I will show you the diagram. So here if you have an antenna, through antenna, and this is your head end, and you have an internet over here. So here what happens is like this is the example for your my metropolitan area network. So apart from getting your television channels, all these hosts or connect or getting access to the internet also. So along with the TV channels, internet access will also given both the services will be given to all the hosts which has been connected. So this is how this metropolitan area network will be arranged. Okay. Next we move on to the next topic, that is wide area network. So wide area network, it will span a longer distance. It will connect computers across cities or countries or something like that. Okay. So first we will see the differences between LAN and WAN. Okay. So LAN is limited in size. So it will span a building or a campus. Suppose if you want to connect computers within a building or campus, you can go for using your local area network in your campus. And if you want to use if you want to connect across a longer distance, wide geographical area, or like country or city, you can, or even the world, you can use this type of wide area network, and this will interconnect host, and this will interconnect using switch, routers or host. That means like only host can be connected. Here you can even interconnect the switches, routers or host, anything you can able to connect. And this is privately owned by the company. This is privately owned by the company, and this is run by an organization. Okay, these are all the differences between local area network and wide area network. So these are all limited in size, and this will span a wide geographical area, and this local area network, they can interconnect only the host, and here it can interconnect switches, routers or any host. This is privately owned by a company, and this is run by an organization. Okay. So WAN, you have two types of WAN is available. One will be point-to-point WAN. Other one is switched WAN. Okay. So in point-to-point WAN, there will be a dedicated link which will be okay. So then point-to-point WAN, there will be a dedicated link will be connected between the two networks. Suppose if you want to connect one network to the other network, in case of point-to-point WAN, there will be a dedicated link that will be connected between the two networks. This is your point-to-point WAN. Next one is switched WAN. In case of switched WAN, suppose you want to connect the host like this, you want to connect computers in one area and this is in another area. So you have your subnet. So if you want to connect the computers in 4 regions, if you want to connect, and you can go for switched one. In this switched one, there will be a network called, there is a component called subnet. So what is a subnet? Subnet is nothing but it is a combination of transmission lines and router. So transmission lines is nothing but it is a coaxial cable. It is a cable which is going to run through the link. It is like a coaxial cable, fiber optics or optical fiber, all those things comes under your transmission lines. And what is a router? Router is nothing but it is a component which is going to connect two transmission lines. So in this case, these are all the transmission lines and this one component is called a router. So subnet is a combination of the transmission lines and the router. It is called a subnet. So whenever a message comes to this in this particular area, so it is connected to this router. The router will decide through which way it has to send the message. Suppose if it wants to the router, this is a router A and this is router B, C, D. If the router wants to send the message in this through router B, it will send the packets to router B, it will reaches D and it will go to this particular destination. Suppose if the router A wants, if it decides to send the packets through router C, it will send the packets to router C and it will reaches router D and it will reaches the particular destination. So this routing process is called routing algorithm. So this router will decide the path of the way of traveling the message from one end to another end. So this is your switched one. So you can say that router is nothing but it is called a switch. In other way you can call it as a switch. Okay. So this is your wide area network. So you can use a point-to-point dedicated link between two networks, or if you want to connect computers in different geographical regions, then you can go for using a switch or a router. So which is this is possible only with the help of a subnet. Subnet is nothing but it is a combination of the transmission lines and the switch or a router. So what happens is that whenever the host wants to host A wants to send a message to, like host 1 wants to send a message to host 10, it will reaches this router and the router will decide to which path it has to send the information. It will send the information to the correct destination. Okay. So this is all about your network type. So in today's class we have learned what are the types of networks, local area network. Then we have learned on metropolitan area networks and wide area networks. Okay, thank you.